We can possibly trap people here and let our ultimate do the work for us. We're going to blink up, use our ultimate. We're going to use our 3. Let's make us knock up immune. We're able to get the pick onto 1. Tower's able to get the pick onto the relics for us. That's 2. We need some damage onto the soul. And we're able to get the pick onto the soul with our 2. That is a triple kill for us. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Sean MP Gaming, and today we have a viewer request and a skin showcase to play the Depths Defender Odin in Jungle. If you are new to the channel, I upload every single day. I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intentions of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something that we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. As always, the full build is in the description down below. If you are a returning viewer, I feel like almost any warrior can go pretty well in jungle. Odin has really good effects against certain team comps because of his ultimate. If the enemy doesn't have a dash to get out of his ult, it's usually a free kill. So let's go ahead and jump into Odin's kit. Odin's 1, lunge. Odin's going to jump in the air and deal damage where he lands. Odin's 2, Raven Shout. Odin summons a flock of ravens that create a shield around him. When the shield expires, it explodes outwards, dealing damage to nearby enemies based on how much health it had remaining. If the shield is at full health, it deals additional bonus damage. The shield will not expire while Odin is using lunge and will always detonate upon landing. The duration of the shield is 4 seconds, and the bonus damage at full shield health is 15%. Odin's 3, Gungir's Smite. Odin begins empowering Gungir with magic runes, becoming immune to knockbacks. Every 0.7 seconds, Gungir changes rune and Odin pulses out damage around him, slowing enemies for 2 seconds. When Odin releases Gungir, it travels forward, damaging enemies and stopping at the first god hit. The first rune causes allies around Odin to gain attack speed for 3 seconds. The second allows Gungir to home onto enemy gods, and the last rune allows Gungir to stun. The pulse slow is 20%, the attack speed increase is 30%, and the stun duration is 1.2 seconds. Odin's ultimate, Ring of Spears. Odin summons a wall of spears. Enemies inside the ring cannot heal and have their power reduced by 15%. Odin is immune to slows and roots while inside of his ring. A portion of the wall can be destroyed by hitting 5 basic attacks. Enemies that leave the ring through or over a wall are chased by Gungir, taking damage and becoming slowed for 2.5 seconds. Enemies that die inside the ring grant Odin a permanent bonus to physical power. The duration is 5 seconds. The physical power for getting a kill on an enemy god inside of the ring is going to be 5 power per stack, maximum of 10 stacks. It's going to have 100% anti-heal, and the slow if they jump out is 25%. And finally, Odin's passive, Path to Valhalla. Odin is empowered as he escorts fallen warriors to Valhalla. Whenever any god dies on the battleground, Odin gains a bonus to movement speed and power. This effect can stack up to 5 times. The duration is going to be 8 seconds, the movement speed stack is 4%, and the power stack is 8%. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we're going to put a point to our 3, level 2, put a point to our 1, level 3, put a point to our 2, level 4, put another point to our 3. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 3, max out our 2, max out our 1. In terms of the start, we start with Bumba's Dagger and tier 2 boots. Bumba's Dagger is going to provide us 50 health and 50 mana. It has a passive that your basic attacks deal plus 20 true damage and your abilities deal plus 30% damage versus jungle monsters. When a jungle monster is killed, you are restored for 10% of the monster's health and 25 mana. This item can be upgraded at level 20. So the purpose of this start, buying the tier 2 boots, is to get the tier 3 boots online as quick as possible. We just completed our first rotation and we have enough money for the warrior Tabi. For our relic, we went with blink. Let's say we're trying to put pressure onto Sir Nuno's. If we jump onto him and he dashes away, we have no means of catching up to him. However, if we blink onto him, then he dashes, we can use our dash to catch up to him. This skin looks pretty cool. I wouldn't say it's anything crazy special. However, if you love sharks, it might be crazy special for you. I think Odin has an attack chain. We'll pay attention on this next camp. Yeah, it is 3 hits at, let's say, 100 damage, and then a 4th hit at higher than 100 damage. Odin burns a lot of mana early on. It's going to take a few items before you can really get large kill potential on enemies. We're going to see if we can get some pressure onto the soul. We jump up, get our 2-1 off. We miss our stun, and then soul turns into her corporeal form. That's an Awilix. We got to be careful of her. Awilix is a really good matchup into Odin. She can just ult us whenever we jump. We're going to go ahead and make an appearance on the left. Just let them know we're on the map. I'm going to jump, get some damage, activate R3, get the slow. He uses his ultimate, we hit him with the stun. Our Fafnir uses his ultimate. And it looks like that's all that's going to happen. So we're going to go ahead and rotate to the red buff. If we take a look at the speed timer above our health bar, it just went under 20 seconds. If we back at 20 seconds or under, we'll be able to get to our speed pretty close to whenever it spawns. So we're going to go ahead back, pick up the tier 1 of Jotunn's Wrath. For Odin to get stacks on his ultimate, he needs to get kills on enemies within his ultimate. This game, I think we're going to spend a little bit of time over in right. We do need to watch out for the tier ultimate. If tier's ultimate is down, we need to go right and ult him. You won't have any means of getting away. The reason we are leveling our 2 over our 1 is because we most likely are using our 1 to initiate or to disengage. The 2 will allow us to survive a little bit longer and also deal a little bit more damage if we get it off on an enemy whenever it's full health. We're going to jump on him. Go ahead and ult him. That's his ultimate. We take a little bit of damage. We're about to blink up. Blink, activate our 3, and we're able to get the pick onto the tier. Serket might have been able to get that without us blinking up and using our 3. However, we did want to confirm the kill. Says awesome. I don't know if he's upset that I got that final hit. And he's like, oh, doesn't matter. We're going to try to get some damage onto this Wheelish. With Soul here, it is a little troublesome. We miss our jump. She flips under tower. Tower gets a shot on her, and we trade out. So both junglers have 2 kills. I have 2 kills on our team. Wheelix has 2 kills on her team. It's an unfortunate death. We were a little too aggressive right there. Wheelish does have a level on us. She has Suku, who allows her to just traverse the map really quickly. So I don't think it's shocking that she has a level on us.
On my way. Attack! Ultimate is down!
Our ultimate is down for about another 15. We're going to go ahead and activate it 2. Jump, get damage onto both of them. We get pushed by Kuzumba right as we activated our 3, so it's on cooldown. Since our 3 is on cooldown, we're just going to go ahead and disengage. If it was not on cooldown, we probably would have kept trying to fight right there. We're going to go ahead and drop red for our boy Anubis. Serket thinks that our blue is about to be invaded, so we're just going to beeline it straight there. Serket is nearby. She just took our harpies. Did I say Serket? I meant a Wheelish. A Wheelish was nearby, took our harpies. Looks like Tier's going for his blue, so we're going to kind of start rotating mid, then we change our mind. Then we rechange our mind.
On my way.
Tier's ult is down, so I think it's worth trying to make this rotation.
Retreat.
Then jump up, use our ultimate, 100% anti-heal applied, get the stun. Gonna land some basics.
Weakness cannot be tolerated.
And Sirkat's able to get the pick onto the tier.
Slain.
You did well.
So this game, we are kind of focusing on getting Sirkat a level lead over this tier.
Your left tower is under attack. On my way.
We do have enough money for Jotunn's tier 3.
Retreat left lane. On my way.
We keep showing up in the left when our ultimate is down, so there's not too much that we can do. We are going to try to release some pressure though. We're going to blink up, activate our 3, target this Kuzenbo. We miss our stun, but we're able to clean him up with some basic attacks.
Closer to victory.
Anubis is dropping red, so we're just going to go ahead and back, and we're going to be picking up Jotunn's Wrath.
This weapon has served my people well.
Jotunn's Wrath is going to provide us 50 physical power, 150 mana, 10 flat physical penetration, and 20% cooldown reduction. This item's stats are so strong that it does not have a passive.
Your middle tower is under attack.
So flat pen is really effective in the early game. Right now we have about 46 physical protections. Let's go ahead and round that up to 50 and assume that an enemy has 50.
Ultimate is ready.
Oh, Sirkat needs our help.
An ally has been slain.
We're going to jump up. We assume that her dash is down. It unfortunately was not. We're going to get a little bit of damage onto this tier. I don't think there's too much we're going to be able to do, so we're just going to pull back and go for this blue buff. If tier has 50 physical protections and we damage him while having a 10 flat penetration item, we're going to be dealing damage to him as if he only had 40 physical protections. So in the early game, it's acting like 20% pen. As the enemies get more protections online, flat pen becomes less effective. We go ahead and get the stun onto the soul. She's changing to her corporeal form. Get some damage onto the Kuzenbo. He pushes us back. Use our 3. We're able to get the pick onto the Kuzenbo. We get the stun on the soul. And activate our 2. Try to body some basics.
Take their place.
We don't want to jump because Wheelix probably has her ultimate. And activate our 3. We get the stun. Activate our 2 to give ourselves additional health or shield.
But for now, we must retreat.
After going into Jotunn's, we're going to start going into Arondight. So there is a cooldown cap of 40%. Right now we're sitting at 20%. With Arondight online, we're going to be sitting at 30%.
An enemy has left the game.
The enemy carry DCs, but he does come back in a little bit. We're just going to start another rotation by hitting our speed. Probably hitting the harpies, then blue buff. Blue buff is a little bit off from our speed. I feel like there was a little bit of lag on his basics.
Your team has destroyed a left enemy tower.
Maybe it's just a visual thing on the skin.
Ultimate is ready. Attack middle line.
I'm going to go ahead, try to show up behind the enemies. Use our ultimate. There's 2 trapped. Soul is unfortunately able to just walk outside of her ult whenever she's in her corporeal form. Anubis is able to get the pick onto the Kuzenbo.
All will fall.
We're going to jump onto the soul, get a little bit of damage, activate our 3. Get some more damage on her, but we are going to have to fall back. That was a 3v2. We got a pick, but we are weak. Right there, I think if we blinked and then jumped, we would have gotten the damage onto her.
Your team, your left
We're going to go ahead and start falling back to hit our back harpies. And we do have enough money for Arondight. So right now we're 4-1-2. We're having a really good start to this game. We're going to go ahead and back and pick up our speed buff. We're also going to be picking up Arondight. Arondight is going to provide us 70 physical power, 10% cooldown reduction. It has a passive that when your ultimate ability has finished casting, you're going to reveal all gods within 120 units for 8 seconds. While moving towards a revealed enemy, you're going to gain 30% movement speed. When first striking a revealed target, they're going to take an additional 40 plus 30% of your physical power. This effect can only occur once every 45 seconds. So our next basic attack after our ultimate is going to deal additional damage. That's the main part of the passive we're looking for against this team composition. They don't have anybody that goes invisible. So I think you can hold your 3 indefinitely. The enemy Cernunius has returned. We're going to make our way to the Gold Fury. Jingwei doesn't come to help. Fafnir backs with over half health. Anubis is going back mid. So it's just us for a little bit. We take a lot of damage because of it. We are Odin, but we are not tanky. Oh my goodness. We are able to secure it and we somehow survive. We're going to go ahead and back, start working on shifters. We're going to head to the left lane. We might be able to make a play. We do have our ultimate and our blink.
Ultimate is ready. Your left tower is under attack.
We can possibly trap people here and let our ultimate do the work for us. We're going to blink up, use our ultimate. We're going to use our 3. Let's make us knock up immune. We're able to get the pick onto 1. Tower's able to get the pick onto the relics for us. That's 2. We're getting some damage onto the soul. And we're able to get the pick onto the soul with our 2. That is a triple kill for us. And that is why we ult people under tower. Tower did a lot of that damage for us. We're going to go ahead and back because we don't have enough money for Shifter's Shield. And then we're also going to be starting another rotation. Shifter's Shield is going to provide us 30 physical power, 25 physical protections. It has a passive that while over 75 health, you're going to gain 30 physical power. While under 75 health, you're going to gain 40 magical and physical protections. So right now we're 7-1-3. That triple kill felt really good.
I'm going for jungle buff.
Unfortunately, despite our best efforts, Tyr has a level or 2 on the Surcat. Three people here, essentially. We miss our 3. We use our beads to avoid the Awilix ultimate. It also gets us out of the Kuzumbo ultimate. We're going to go ahead and use our cage on this Awilix. She just used her jump. We're able to get the pick. She was able to flip outside. We get our 3 off onto the soul. That's a double kill for us. We're going to go ahead and jump in with our 2. Our whole team's here. This is a good fight. We're going to use our 3. We get the stun. Jingwei's able to get the pick onto the Kuzumbo. That's the middle tower down. Our team's going to keep diving onto this Tyr. Cernunius shows up. We use our 3, but Tyr uses his ultimate to get away. Cernunius, level 13. Poor guy. And the enemy team surrenders. Well, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. That really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.